Hello everyone. I welcome you all for the lecture series of digital signal processing. So in this session, we are going to solve 2 to 3 problems on the properties of the Z transform. So earlier, I think you have seen all these videos on the properties of the Z transform, also the Z transform of standard sequences, that is unit ramp signal, unit step signal, etc. Along with that, we have solved some examples on the definition of the Z transform. So now we are going to discuss the problems on Z transform, especially on the properties of the Z transform. So I think you have remember all those properties, and these examples going to be very simple one. So let's discuss 2 to 3 examples in the today's session. So now we are solving the first example. Basically it's on the linearity property. Okay, so we will solve one example on the linearity property. So the example is given that determine Z transform of x of n, which is given by in bracket n plus 1 into u of n. Okay, so the function is given that x of n is equal to n plus 1 into u of n. We have to find out the Z transform of the given sequence. Okay, and also using this linearity property. So you should know what is the linearity property. Okay, so it's nothing but the addition of two sequences. Okay, addition of Z transform of two sequences, we will see it. So the next step is just multiply this u of n. Okay, just multiply this u of n in the bracket. So what we are getting, n into 1 minute. So what we are getting, n into u of n plus u of n. Okay, just we are multiplying this u of n into this bracket. So let x1 of n is n into u of n, that is a first term, and x2 of n will be u of n. Okay, so we will consider this is x1 of n and this is x2 of n. So we have to add this Z transform of these two terms according to linearity property. So this is nothing but our property, x of n is equal to x1 of n plus x2 of n. Okay, so we know that this n into u of n, okay, which is nothing but the RAM sequence, and also it is one of the type of standard sequence, and we have seen the Z transform of the RAM sequence, which is nothing but the Z upon Z minus 1 whole square. Okay, I think in last session we have covered this point, that is the Z transform of the RAM sequence. The RAM sequence is denoted by n into u of n, and its Z transform is nothing but Z upon Z minus 1 whole square, where the ROC condition is given mod of Z is greater than 1. Okay, then ultimately x1 of Z, so x1 of Z is nothing but the Z transform of x1 of n. And what is x1 of n? We have considered x1 of n nothing but the n into u of n. So ultimately x1 of Z, okay, this x1 of Z is nothing but the Z into Z transform of n into u of n, and which is nothing but the Z upon Z minus 1 whole square. So this is nothing but the simple Z transform of the RAM sequence. Okay, if you are not getting this, what is the Z transform of these standard sequences, please watch my last video. I have covered 6 to 7 sequences, that is unit step, unit ramp, unit impulse, delayed unit impulse, etc. So please watch that video. You will ultimately come to know that how this Z transform will come. Okay, Z upon Z minus 1 whole square, which is nothing but the Z transform of RAM sequence. Now we have already solved the x1 of Z. Okay, the first term we are getting the first term. Now we want Z transform of x2 of n. Okay, we want this Z transform of x2 of n. So what we are getting, x x2 of n is what, u of n. Okay, this x2 of n is what? U of n, and U of n is unit step signal. Okay, and we all know the what is a z transform of unit step signal. So U of n z transform is given z upon z minus 1. Okay, so this is the z transform of unit step signal, which was the first sequence of the standard sequences. Okay, so according to z transform of standard sequences, we are getting x1 of z is the z upon z minus 1 whole square, which is the first term, and according to z transform of unit step signal, we are getting U of n is equal to z upon z minus 1. Okay, so basically just add these two. So from equation 2, so this is equation 2 is given, that is x1 of n plus x2 of n. So just we have to add these two z transforms which we have find. Okay, this x1 of z plus x2 of z. So what is our x1 of z? X1 of z nothing but the z upon z minus 1 whole square. And what is x2 of z? X2 of z is z upon z minus 1. So basically this is the z transform of, okay, this is the z transform of unit ramp signal or sequence, and this is the z transform of unit step sequence. So just we have to add these two z transforms according to linearity property. Okay, this property tells that just add 2, it is summation of 2 or 3 z transforms. So we are adding according to our property these two sequences, and we will get the final answer. So the ROC is given, that is condition is given, mod of z should be greater than 1. Okay, for that case just draw this diagram. Okay, the vertical axis, it shows that the imaginary plane, and the real part is shown by horizontal axis. Okay, so this is imaginary and this is real plane of z, and this complete diagram is the z plane, and in this diagram we have to show the ROC. Okay, ROC is nothing but the region of convergence. So according to this condition, the condition is given, mod of z should be greater than 1, then the line will be, thus ROC is the exterior part of unit circle. Okay, unit means what? 1. Just draw this circle which is shown by radius 1. Okay, this is circle having radius 1, and what it indicates? The ROC is exterior part of unit circle. So our mod of z is greater than 1. So this will be mod of z. This is shaded portion which is exterior part of unit circle. So just we have drawn the unit circle. Unit means 1, and we have drawn the one circle having radius 1, and just shown this shaded portion which is nothing but the our z plane. Okay, so this is simple ROC we have drawn for the given example. So this is very basic example for the linearity property. I think you have got this example which is very simple one. Just you have to remember the properties of the z transform and the z transform of the standard sequences. Okay, so please by heart the z transform of the standard sequences, that is unit step, unit ramp, delayed unit impulse, etc. You can watch my last video for this. Now we'll move for the next example. We will solve 2 to 3 example today. So this is very simple example, very interesting one. So what the next example shows, it is given by, find z transform of the following function along with ROC, and the function is given, x of n is equal to a raised to n into u of n plus delta of n minus 5. Okay, so just there are two sequences given, addition of two sequences, a raised to n into u of n plus delta of n minus 5. Okay, so again we will consider x1 of n like the previous example. Wait, so this is our main function which is given. Just we have to consider, let x1 of n is equal to the first term a raised to n into u of n. This will be our x1 of n, and delta of n minus 5 which is the x2 of n. So according to linearity property, we are adding this x1 of x of n is equal to x1 of n plus x2 of n. So what we want to add? Just we want to find out z transform of x1 of n, z transform of x2 of 2, and just add them like the previous example. So we are giving the two sequences, okay, one function. So one function we have consider x1 of n and x2 of n. So let's find z transform of these two terms. So we have this x1 of n is nothing but the a raised to n into u of n, like we have considered this a raised to n into u of n. So ultimately it is a one of the type of standard sequence, and it is given by z upon z minus a, which is the z transform of this sequence. Okay, please remember, anything is multiply with the u of n will be came here. Okay, anything which is multiplied with this u of n that is given by a will be came to that point z minus a. Okay, if you studied the standard sequence, so z transform of standard sequence, you will come to know how this come. Or I want to show these z transform of standard sequences, just we have covered in the last session. You will clear this thing how this came. See this one. So what it indicates here, z transform of u of n is given unit, which is nothing but the unit step, and it is given by z upon z minus 1. So what is the multiply with u of n? There is a 1. Okay, okay, this one comes to that point, this is the point. So ultimately anything which is multiply with the u of n will come to that point z minus 1. Okay, so according to this, so according to that sequence we will get, 1 minute, this one, we will ultimately get z transform of this sequence, that is a raised to n into u of n, which is nothing but the z upon z minus a. Okay, so we can show this also, z transform of a raised to n into u of n, which is nothing but the x1 of z. Okay, because of what we are finding z transform of x1 of n, so x1 of z is nothing but z upon z minus a. Okay, the ROC condition is given, mod of z should be greater than a according to this standard sequence. So just we are getting the z transform of x1 of n. Okay, so we will move forward for the x2 of n, z transform of x2 of n. So the given pair, which is nothing but the x2 of n, delta of n minus k, delta of n minus k. Okay, and this z transform will be z raised to minus k. Okay, so it is the type of delayed unit impulse, unit sequence. Okay, so according to that property, delta of n minus k will have the z transform of z raised to plus k, and if it's given delta of n plus k, okay, if they given delta of plus k, then the z transform will be z raised to plus k. Okay, so this is basic difference in the delayed and advanced sequences. So for this pair, delta of n minus k, the z transform will be z raised to minus k. So according to this is nothing but the x2 of z. Okay, x2 of z is what? Z transform of x2 of n, and what we are getting, this is the z raised to minus 5. Okay, because it is delayed by 5 samples, so the z transform will be z raised to minus 5. So this we are getting the z transform of x2 of n, which is nothing but the z raised to minus 5. So according to equation, just add these two z transform, that is x1 of z plus x2 of z. So what we are getting, x of z, this, which is nothing but the z upon z minus a, which we have find out earlier, which is the z transform of x1 of n, and z raised to minus 5, which we have calculate. This is the Z transform of x2 of n. Okay, so this is our final equation for the given function. Okay, I think you have got this. For that purpose, please prepare the Z transform of standard sequences. Okay, if you, unless and until you will prepare it, you will not understand this type of problems. So please prepare or do watch my last video for that purpose. This is one of the also simple example on the properties of the Z transform. So again, we will take one last example for that purpose. So this will be one tricky one. So the given Z transform pair, which is the third example on the properties of the Z transform. The question is given, the given Z transform pair is given by x of n Z transform of Z square upon Z square minus 16. Okay, and the ROC condition is given, mod of Z should be less than 4. Okay, so we are given the Z transform of one sequence. Okay, already given one Z transform, which is Z square upon Z square minus 16, and use transform properties to determine Z transform of following signals. Just we have to determine these two Z transforms. Okay, the first sequence and the second function. So we will find out the first one, that is y of n is equal to 1 by 2 raised to n into x of n. So this function is given and we have to find out the Z transform. So let's solve. So according to scaling property, which is the third property of the Z transform, so a raised to n into x of n, which is given by x of z minus a. Okay, just we have to divide z by the multiplier of x of n. Okay, so which is the multiplier of x of n will be numerator to the z. Okay, just we have to divide this z by multiplier of x of n. So in this case, according to scaling property, multiplier is given by a, so ultimately a comes here, z upon a according to scaling property, and we are given this Z transform, that is Z square upon Z square minus 16. So what we are doing, just divide Z by 1 by 2. How this 1 by 2 came? This is our ask function for this purpose. This one, this is our function, y of n is equal to 1 by 2 raised to n into x of n. So this is the multiplier of x of n, and ultimately this multiplier will be divider to z. Okay, according to scaling property. So its Z transform will be Z upon 1 by 2. Okay, again Z upon 1 by 2 whole square minus 16. Just we are doing dividing this Z by 1 by 2 according to this scaling property. This is very simple. Just divide Z by 1 by 2. Okay, according to this scaling property, and where it 1 by 2 came, according to multiplier of x of n. This property shows that whatever the multiplier of x of n will be numerator to the z. So according to that property, just we are dividing 1 by 2, which is the multiplier of x of n, to the z. Okay, this z and this z. So just solve this. So what we are getting after solving, 2z square divided by 2z square minus 16. So ultimately it becomes 4z square divided by 4z square minus 16. Okay, so this is the required Z transform of the first term. Okay, I think you have covered this. Just you have to remember the scaling property of the Z transform. Okay, according to this scaling property, whatever the number which is multiply with the x of n will become to numerator of this z. Okay, and this is our given function according to our question. This we have given, already given. Just we have to divide this by multiplier of x of n. Okay, So I think this is very simple one. We will take the next. The next signal is given by y of n. This is y of n is equal to n into x of n. So we are going to use differentiation property. Okay, it can be solved using differentiation property. So according to this differentiation property, what it indicates, it shows n into x of n will be minus z d by dz of x of z. Okay, so this is the differentiation property. I think it's 4 or 5th number property of the z transform. Okay, so according to this differentiation property, what it indicates, the z transform of n into x of n, n into x of n will be minus z d by dz of x of z. Okay, ROC remains the same. So according to this differentiation property, just put x of z, which is given in the our question. So what is our x of z? X of z is the z square upon z minus 16, which is already given in this question. So just give the derivative of the this term. Just find out the derivative of this term. So how to find out derivative? I think you have studied in the mathematics. Just put denominator as it is, then multiply it with by numerator, derivative of numerator, then minus, put numerator as it is. Okay, and take the derivative of denominator. Okay, so this is the type of derivative. This is the method to find out the derivative of this type of polynomial. Okay, so according to this, first we are putting numerator as it is, then we are giving the z, putting the z transform, sorry, derivative of this sequence, that is the numerator, then minus this numerator will be as it is, that is z square into 2z, which is nothing but the derivative of denominator, and divided by denominator whole square, that is z square minus 16 whole square. Just solve this. So after solving, what we are getting, the final equation, this 32 z square upon z square minus 16 whole square. Okay, and the ROC remains the same, that is mod of z is less than 4. So this is the type of example on the differentiation property of the z transform. I think you have got this. Just you have to remember these properties of the z transform. Okay, so this according to definition of this differentiation, this is the z transform. We have given already x of z, just we have put the x of z, then we have find its derivative. Okay, then after solving this derivative, we are getting this final equation. So this is one of the simple example on the differentiation property, and the previous one on the scaling property. Okay, the previous example on the scaling property. So this example was on the delayed samples and the unit step sequences, and this one was the linearity property. Okay, so in this way we have solved 2 to 3 examples on the properties of the z transform. You have to solve as many as possible examples and practice it daily, so that it will be very easier during the examination. Okay, please remember, do one thing, just remember or prepare all the z transform of the standard sequences. Okay, the first one, all the z transform of the standard sequences and the properties of the z transform. You have to prepare these two things, that is a z transform of standard sequences and the properties of the z transform. Okay, to solve any type of problem on this z transform. Okay, I think you have got this point or today's examples. So in the next session we will solve some more examples on the one of the most important thing, or the one of the most important property of the z transform is the convolution property. Okay, So more examples will be solved in the next session on the convolution property. So thank you very much.